Raiders leading the charge.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Miller, that's for two. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities, and that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, it's funny, back when LeBron joined the Heat, some critics said giving up the chance to be the franchise player and carry his team. But guess what? No matter who LeBron plays with, he's always the franchise player. That's how good he is.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
11 finals. Many also questioned whether he had, quote-unquote, what it took to win a title. He's obviously answered those questions.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Hawks. And check it out, Cleveland. Just way behind. And some harsh criticism, Clark, for LeBron after the decision, or his comments after the 2011 finals.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's really impressive to see how he's handled that. He misspoke and mishandled both of those situations. And to his credit, he's expressed regret about those things, displaying a maturity we've always seen in him. One of the remarkable things about LeBron is that for the magnitude of his celebrity and his stature and the expectations, I don't know if we've had an athlete handle himself any better under the hot, bright lights of stardom.
Here's McGarry. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And slam dunk by Lamb.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
And Waiters kicks to Lamb. Off target with his three. Miller, that's for two. And that one comes up a bit short. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Thunder lead by 19. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with Smith. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Ibaka with the screen on Irving. Nice work there coming off the screen. And that's 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Irving attacking. And that's good off the glass that time.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 6. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days. Love is known for how explosive he can be on offense, but he still gets knocked on for his defensive prowess or lack thereof. He seems to be tiring of it, though, and has put in a lot of work. I think he's gotten better.
Timeout called, Cleveland. I remember last season when Tyson Chandler had remarks about Love's defense, and Love just brushed it off. It's something he's heard before and has followed him even in his rise to the highest ranks of the NBA.
And I think it's been a bit of an overhyped and overstated problem for him. I mean, he does so much more on the court than people think. I don't think he'll ever be an NBA All-Star defender, but he's more than capable of holding his own at that end of the floor.
Kevin Durant.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
A different look now for Cleveland. Iman Shumpert's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Reggie Jackson comes in for Waiters. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Smith. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least. Iman Shumpert, an aggressive perimeter defender with lockdown potential. Still very foul-prone early in his career, but he's got a chance to be elite defensively as he continues to grow.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Westbrook. He has 6. Jackson misses.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
They grabbed their own miss.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. As some people would say. What about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever, but Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. I mean, he plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-injured Rose was...
He was right in that same category.
You got it. Snatched up. The wide open look here for Ibaka. Another miss by Ibaka.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. And Russell Westbrook, maybe the most explosive first step in the league. I mean, he doesn't just get an angle on his defender. He leaves them completely behind with a free run to launch all those shots around the rim.
The Thunder have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. That free throw good from Durant. Lamb, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Durant hits them both.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
That's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
Outside jumper. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't. And so here is Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nick Collison out there with McGarry. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And there's Roberson. And it's Jackson in the point guard.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Well, Kevin Durant, last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to ever win that many, and you can bet he'd love to win a few more.
Love check in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Matthew Dellavedova.
I tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
Jackson kicks to Collison. They double him with Irving. The pass to Roberson. Misses the 3. And you remember LeBron James came within 1 vote, like 1 vote of being the league's first ever unanimous MVP back in 2013.
Yeah, he got 120 out of 121 votes. And you know the question was, who did not vote for him? That's a conversation for another time. One sports writer did choose Carmelo Anthony. He said he didn't expect to be the only one. Now, he lives in
the writer.
That's exactly right.
And so timeout here by David Blatt.
Well, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan, jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Another shot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. And I think they came out with some tired legs to start. But they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged. And for Lamb, really the only physical knock is that he needs to continue to get stronger, get friendly in that weight room. He's still under 200 pounds, and his high center of gravity means he can tend to get pushed around a little bit, but that's nothing that strength won't eliminate. So the weight room has to be his friend.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Roberson. Dion Waiters checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And Jeremy Lamb, Steve, sort of a late bloomer. He didn't become a starter until his senior year, in fact, in high school.
Yeah, he was lightly regarded, and even in his 2 seasons at UConn, he battled inconsistency at times, but, you know, solid start to his NBA career. Good size and length and shooting ability.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the